What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Friday all, and welcome back to the Tavern of Legends. The Olympics that is the Champions family has begun once again. Yeah, we've got another new champion in the portal that we're going to have a look at today. So I'm pretty excited. We have had quite a few Olympians. We've had a javelin thrower. We've had a goat rider, funnily enough, a sumo wrestler, and who else? We've had a jouster, and now it looks like we've got a discus thrower as well. So they are definitely beefing up the portal, and we're going to have a look at our latest champion, which is Mistra. So she has just graced us with her presence. We have another ice hero. Of course, she is of the Champions family. So just a quick recap on the family bonus. You get a bonus for 1, 2, or 3 heroes, which is anywhere from 35% up to 65% attack. Just right off the bat, for having one of these heroes on your team, you get an increase of 35% attack. I do like that a lot. Now, she is of the Druid class, which is probably one of the worst now, unfortunately. So she gets a little Thorn minion with 15% health and 15% attack. If she received any damage at the end of the enemy turn, it's only a 15% chance, and it is a pretty measly little minion. So I'm not going to give her any props for that. What she does get, though, is 3 passives. So that is a characteristic that we've seen of these Champions family heroes. They get multiple passives. So the first passive she gets is a mana buff on status ailment received. So she receives 24% mana generation for 3 turns when she receives a status ailment or a negative stack. I'm a fan of that. It's pretty cool, but it is an increase in mana generation and not just a gifted mana, which I do prefer. This passive is a new one, so damage on enemy special, and this is going to be along the theme of what this hero is doing. It's something that's new that we haven't seen before. So if a target that is average mana speed or faster casts a special skill, all enemies receive 100 damage. This effect can activate only once per turn. It's 100 damage is really not very much, but it is something, and I think that's an interesting way to introduce new passives if the heroes of average speed or faster. So it doesn't apply to all heroes, but average speed or faster, they're going to basically give themselves 100 damage after the if the target casts a special skill. So yeah, it's pretty cool if they're casting a special skill on a target that's average. Sorry, I read that wrong. So if a target that is average mana speed or faster casts a special skill, all enemies receive 100 damage. I'm assuming that's just going to apply to any ally who's average or faster. But yeah, it's interesting. And then the attack ailments resistance. So this character has an innate resistance against status ailments that affect attack. Yes, very good. I'm a fan of that. It's probably not quite as good as resistance against defense ailments, but it is pretty good because it means that you can't reduce her attack, and she gets that bump on attack as part of her family bonus as well. So that is good. Now, she benefits from the defense up, on the ether talent. That is probably one of my favorites, just beefs her up right away. So she's getting the attack up from the family bonus and the defense up from the ether talent if you do go ahead and second limit break her. She's given me the stank eye here. I'm not sure about the art. She's kind of like the female version of The Rock with the tattoos going on. She's kind of like a demon character as well. Not sure what's going on with this one. Very interesting concept. But yeah, I can tell she's a discus thrower. So let's have a little look at what she actually does. So first of all, stats-wise, she's running a team power of 1,042, 999 on the attack, 1102 on defense, 1854 health. So very good stats towards the defensive side. So built for survivability, I would say. And her special skill, it's called Cut Down the Competition. So that is cool. I'm a fan of that name. Let's see if that's what she actually does. So she's running at slow speed, I guess because she has to do a few turns before she throws that disc. She deals 350% damage to all enemies. If the target is average speed, she deals an additional 50% damage. If the target is a fast mana speed, deals an additional 100% damage. If the target is very fast mana speed and faster, deals an additional 150% damage. And then if you hit this question mark here, it says in rush attack tournaments and wars, enemies are considered as very fast mana speed. All monsters and bosses are considered an average mana speed. So that means that she, against a monster or a boss, is going to be dealing 400% damage to that monster or boss or all of the enemies. And against, in Rush Wars, when you put this character up in Rush Wars, she's going to be dealing an extra 150% damage to all. It doesn't matter whether the hero, whatever the speed the hero is, she's going to be dealing 350 plus 150. That's 500% damage to all, guaranteed in Rush Wars. So it's pretty obvious she's going to be a Rush Wars specialist. She's going to be an absolute G in Rush Wars. And she heals all allies for 10% of the damage dealt. It's not a very big percentage of the heal, but it is there, and that is going to help your team. So I really do like that. But, I mean, aside from the fact that there's a lot of things going on, this is a pretty straightforward hero. She is just about dealing massive damage to everybody. So basically, if you read this, she's going to deal 350% damage to all enemies, but the only enemies who are going to get 350% damage is basically slow speed heroes, because if they're average mana speed, she's going to deal 400% damage to all. If they're fast, she's going to deal 450 to all, and if they're very fast, like we said before, she's going to be dealing 500% damage to all. Now, do I like this hero? Heck yeah. I mean, she's cool because I think I would definitely use her in the rush format. I think she is going to be usable in other areas of the game, don't get me wrong. But in rush, I can just think of how devastating she would be put with somebody like Cinnamon or somebody like Isania, giving the defense down and then a guaranteed 500% hit all after that. She would just decimate the team. I think it's some small mercy that her attack is slightly lower. I never thought I'd say nearly 1,000 attack is low, but reality is there are heroes with higher attack stats, so she is more defensively built. I think I would prefer it if it was a bit more the other way around, where there was an increased stat on the attack rather than the defense. But that being said, she does get that Champions Family bonus. And that is a permanent bonus. So if you have her alongside, let's say you put her with two other Champions Family heroes, if you're lucky enough to have them, you could be increasing that 999 attack to like 65% extra, which is about 1,650 on the attack. So right there is your answer to her reduced attack stat. So actually looking at it, she's going to be a beast, man. She's just going to destroy people. And I mean, yeah, that's enough said about this hero. She is just all about massive damage. And I like her. I kind of like her. I must say, I think she's pretty cool. Not quite as complicated of a special as we've seen with other heroes, but I do like the new mechanic where they're focusing on different mana speeds. I think that there is definitely something there, and hopefully we'll see that with a few more new characters that are being released. So in summary, I think Mistra is going to be a fantastic hero. For most areas of the game, I will give her an A+ grade. For Rush Wars, I will give her a S+ grade. She is fantastic, or she's going to be fantastic in Rush Wars. So congratulations if you do manage to get your hands on this hero. I think you've done very, very well. You do have the chance to choose your featured heroes in here, but it is a little bit of a weird concept because the legendary featured hero chance is 1%. The legendary past hero of the month non-featured is 1.5%, which means that you're more likely to get a non-featured hero. So it's probably better for you to just choose the champions heroes, pop them into your featured column, and then just, you know, let the chips fall where they may, basically. So I wish you guys all of the best of luck if you are going to be dropping some summons in this portal. Good luck in the Tavern of Legends event. And obviously we've got the Goblins challenge that's on at the moment as well. Please do let me know your thoughts on Mistra. Let me know what you think of her. And please do drop us a like and subscribe to the channel as well if you don't want to miss any future videos. But for now, that is it. I wish you guys everything of the best. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Bye for now.